long as possible on that bank.
Illuminate moving forward there towards the bank. That's something I actually never seen before. And here come the grenades. LHW playing this perfectly. Here come the nades, baby. Oh my goodness, how many nades does that man have?
Hopping in the car. Look at the timing there. Getting those cars into the zone. Nades out. Very, very well-oiled machine here. You see Evos knocking CPT at the same time here.
And GT trying to get them in. There you go. He got what he's wanted. That is Team Japan, I believe. That was the last player for Team Japan. And GTOU here just trying to put it. They actually got one more just on it. Oh, careful. We saw what happened there earlier too. I believe it was Seagun from Wildcard. Oh my gosh. Starts right next to him. LHW just coming in and just clearing people up. LHW playing up perfectly. Angry is very nearby. And oh my
look at this. Did he just get punched?
No, Angry. I think it was actually Sute. Sute, can we clear him up? Gangstarts takes out LHW there on that exchange. Sute, the only one alive for Gangstarts.
Absolutely clutching it. Comes in and squad wipes. So LHW. What a turn of events right there on the ropes. But what happened was that he chose the two knock players to take out and left up Angry, who got off some shots to take out Zip, gets the clutch finish.
GTOU here now starting to get some shots here on Illuminate. Illuminate is in a very bad spot here. If they decide to peek, they're just going to go ahead and get taken out. And here we go. He sees another player. More than likely, he's going to go ahead and try to blow up the car.
That car is going to be done.
The car is gone.
Smokes are out.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. He's able to go ahead and explode the car and just take him out. But Illuminate still has two players underwater trying to move around and position themselves a little bit better. GTOU using
Bigatron still in it. And they have just taken out CPT. It looks like Sute goes down to Majed from the Middle East. And oh my goodness, Gangstar's out as well. RRQ on the receiving end from some GTOU bullets.
RRQ, I think that here going up against BTR. GTOU, my gosh, look at this madness right here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting closer to the end of the game as GTOU is now starting to push this sniper tower.
This circle is tiny and there's still 17 people alive. 6 teams left fighting to get that top spot here in game number 1 of the global finals.
BTR jumps out. He's gonna get the AKM. He actually decides to back up. He's gonna be able to get him out. He does take one down.
Huge kill, but he gets it out as well. Oh my goodness, this is madness. Look at how many players in these smokes. It's just gonna be a complete luck fest. Who finds who first?
GTOU looking very strong right now. They do have Lucy very close by. They also have other players as they start jumping up. You don't want to jump up out in the open like that. GTOU is looking very, very deadly here as they're just waiting patiently in the circle. It is so swollen. Here comes the grenades, ladies and gentlemen, as GTOU is going to start pushing. Oh my gosh, this is an amazing push here by GTOU.
Nade's gonna go off. They're gonna make their final push. There it is. He gets the kill. Team eliminated.
Oh, GTOU actually gets taken out there by Luxy. Is he gonna be able to finish them off? As another person, there you go. GTOU being able to get the finish. Is he gonna be able to pick up his teammate? As now Rusi is starting to move around. Takes one down from GTOU, ladies and gentlemen.
This is crazy. You guys see the status right there on the screen. Evos and Bigatron with 4 members left alive. RRQ pushing in with their final 2, Senior and Q2E. Making their way in. It looks like they are going to try to hold this shack and get grenades up into the window here, but QC is really holding serve here. He's got great position and a perfect line of fire.
I'll have the tables there. GTOU now having a height advantage. They could actually go ahead and just loot those bodies as fast as they can. Oh my gosh! Wow! They blew up the cars. GTOU with the 200 IQ move there. They say they're too close to those cars. You know what? Let's just go ahead and finish them off.
So again, we've got Evos and GTOU both finished 2nd place in their region. And look at this, Evos taken down. Oh, and there it is, Evos. The confidence does pay off, and they get the win in game 1 of the global finals. Our top 3, Evos in number 1, and I didn't see the rest because it moved on.
Going 7 PB, take it away. Let's do this, baby. Game number 2. Who's going to go ahead and win it? Let us know. You're currently watching at home. Whether you're watching on Twitch or on YouTube, comment below right now who you got. And oh my god, that plane. I cannot get over that plane. It's just so awesome.
Don't look up. You'll get it cut by a propeller. That thing is unbelievably cool. Flying through the arena here, dropping in the Samsung Galaxy Note 9, displaying round 2 of the PUBG Mobile Star Challenge Global Finals.
Let's see what this playing path is going to be, because we saw it earlier. It definitely determines a lot of stuff.
Hey,
and that's what
it's
we're
the same path, but flipped a little bit. We're going to go diagonally through the map again from the north this time, flying on down south through the military base, which does put Noye in range, but pretty much everything in range here on this playing path. This is a great path.
It's something I noticed right away. Gangstars drops, and they're going to their natural habitat. George Paul.
Yeah, you kind of saw this one coming. They're going to head to North George and start looting up per usual. Let's see if a lot of these teams kind of get back to their roots here. And, we saw some of the teams that prefer Pachinki did not drop their last game, even though the playing path did allow it. We'll see if they do that again this game.
A lot of teams just trying to spread out. Actually, I'm loving this playing path here, because it's going to allow teams to just pretty much go to where they usually want to go, right? They don't have to just jump into a car and try to go that way. And look at this, BRK, once again, dropping Atlantis, Watertown, or Venice, whatever you want to call it. They're going there once again. It seems to work out there in the first match, so why not? Let's go ahead and do it again.
They're going to drop into a place with buildings and water. We'll call it that, buildings and water. And looting up, though, but they have company. Did you see that? They got another squad there looting up just on the outside, and it is Terror once again from India. These are the same guys last time that peeled off. Maybe this time, maybe they won't.
And look at Terror here, already with the NAM4. They got some guns. I saw somebody there from BRK pretty much just trying to run away because he didn't have a gun just yet. And once again, just to remind you, the top 10 scores, GT.U with 605 points, Evo's Burnout with 590, and LH.U.
Look at that, LH.U in its 3rd place right now, and they did not finish anywhere near the top 3. Remember, Gangstars put them out much earlier. I believe they finished 7th or 8th overall in the standings. But with the 16, or was it 18? It was either 16 or 18 kills. Man, they rocketed up.
An interesting place here by the Terror team from India, as they are now starting to run away there from BRK. Now, the only problem with this is that they're going to be super exposed. If for some reason any team passes by, they're going to be easy pickings.
I'm interested to see how these guys continue to play. It's kind of an interesting tactic, establishing yourself in an obscure location and then immediately giving up ground, even though you have the assault rifles and weapons already on your person. Not quite sure of that decision. They've been very passive so far in this, tournament. We got Cloud9 and Evos again squaring off in Yes Naya.
Again, I wonder if they're going to go ahead and knock each other down one more time and realize, hey, you know what? We're going to keep on dropping here. What are we going to do here? Are we going to try to take each other out at the beginning of the match, or we're just going to pretty much keep doing the same thing? Knock one down and then back up and just run away.
One thing I see developing with Evos and Cloud9, they're Cloud9 very separate from each other. These guys are all looting up solo, so if Evos does catch one of them, it's going to be curtains for him, unless they can pull off some sort of miracle rotation to pick up their teammates.
And LH.U actually having Novo all to themselves. My gosh, that's going to be a huge advantage there, because we saw them play really good in the last round, and if they're able to go ahead and get that loot on top of that, just being able not to have to worry finding anybody on Novo, that's crazy.
They've gone there twice now, kind of staking their claim. Novo is ours, and with those gun skills and with that performance in the first round, let's see if Cloud9 actually challenges that a little bit later on. I have a feeling that makes steer clear and continue to loot up Yaz. It's got a little bit more escape route, a little bit more versatility, and as you can see, the zone this game, very central, very friendly to pretty much everyone, everywhere on the map.
Yeah, and actually Team Japan very spread out. They're not even close to each other. I think they were maybe trying to get some cars and loot up, but interesting plays there by them, as they do have GT.U fairly close in school. One of the people's favorite drops sometimes.
We've got a split drop right now, looks like, from GT.U. They're heading school, Roz. I mean, they're trying to group up, but it looks like Team Japan over at the apartments right now staking their claim. Six God's going to have to get out of Dodge and head over to meet up with his team as he sees the folks over at the apartments.
And just to remind you at home, this is day 1, round number 2. We will be doing this tomorrow and the day after tomorrow until December 1st. So make sure you go ahead and tune in at the exact same time in BTR, taking what I wasn't able to see the name there, but just pretty much looting up as much as it can with the DP28 as well. Level 1 helmet, that's something that we're kind of been seeing in play here. If you have a level 1 helmet, you might not want to go ahead and take a fight because everybody is just so accurate.
What if you have a level 1 helmet with spikes on it like that guy?
I might take it. I'm sold.
Yeah, maybe, Kato has here the level 1 helmet with spikes on it as well. Looking pretty solid here, but again, sweet backpack, really cool gear, man. All these guys are looking fly. Carnage has got that sweet white backpack on. And these guys are, look at him, he's just scouting. He's just looking around. He's trying to find those Evos, guys.
It is. They're using that third-person perspective to their advantage. Once again, day number 1 is third person. Day number 2 is first person. And day number 3 is going to go ahead and be third person once again. So you're going to be seeing a lot of people. If it's third person, you're going to be seeing a lot of people just put up their faces straight to the wall just so they can go ahead and look around the corner.
What's that guy doing there? Just staring at the wall.
And also, you're going to see a lot of snakes. It seems in third person. If for some reason you don't know what snakes are, is when people just lay down on the ground. So do me a favor, if you're watching at home, spam some snakes in the chat, please. As Evos is still just looting up all these apartments. And my goodness, they already have an M4. They already got pens. They already got the whole 9, it seems.
Yeah, they're looking pretty solid right now. Evos, again, really solid crew. And they are, man, really great stuff. I mean, finishing first overall in the first game. CPT, interesting stuff here. Driving around outside of Pachinki, grabbing a spot on the hill here.
Trying to find the ocean
outside
to go surfing.
Buildings. Interesting.
Yeah, definitely trying to find the ocean to go surfing there. And currently, there you go. He does have one gun behind him, but he's trying to find more stuff. And that man has a level 2. Oh my gosh, look at this right here. That zone, actually not bad at all.
It's smack dab in the center. Even the teams that are out of it right now. A-Road down in Primorsk. We've got, looks like the Arab up in the top left. They are, all good to go.
And LH, they're really making up quick. They're currently just barely outside the zone, but their loot is going to be just up the chain. And look at them. They're just pretty much switching ammo or whatever it is back and forth. Whatever you're more comfortable with, right? That's what it comes down to with these teams. If maybe a player doesn't like using the 4 times and one of their teammates does, then they're just going to go ahead and exchange that. So they will be more comfortable and just feel it. That's something that actually comes that I notice a lot of players prefer to do. Pick up something that you're more comfortable with, even if it's not as powerful.
Correct. I think that's something that, I get asked a lot of times, why do you prefer this weapon over that weapon? And it's just like, well, I do better with it. It's a very simple answer. It doesn't necessarily mean that statistically it's better or it puts out more damage per bullet, but, a lot of times if you're good with the weapon, you stick with it.
Yep. Well, look at this drop right here for Wildcard. Wildcard just on crates. That man C got already with the ghillie suit. That's going to come in huge, especially towards the end of the match if it's for some reason out in the open. And here we got, they're actually getting shot at.
Russian bot getting shot at here.
They're getting shot at and they're just waving around trying to juke them. They were able to actually get not the damage. They're going to be able to just loot up here and stand their ground.
They're going to hole up here, it looks like, closing the doors, kind of getting ready to fight potentially. They don't know if they're going to get chased out from Pachinki. I believe it was one of the Chinese teams, CPT, up on the hill that was firing shots at them as they drove by. Big Russian bot. There you see CPT on the hill. But we've got Big Russian bot, second place finishers in Europe, and they've got a lot to prove here this particular match.
Yeah, something that I would like to go ahead and point out is that there's not that much action here at the beginning. Before, in the previous game, there was already some teams already out. Right now, everybody seems to be playing it safe. Now that game number 1 has passed, and look at this. The terror team from India being able to go ahead and just work their way all the way a little bit towards that. I believe that's a little bit towards Pachinki.
Yeah, this is the east side of Pachinki here, and it's looking prettier, west side.
That's a nifty spot there on top of the couch through that little window with the DP. I noticed a lot of the teams from India like using that DP.
Yeah, I think Asia in general really has a strong preference for the DP. You see some of the Chinese teams typically are preferring the M4 to like a 6x scope, which is absolute laser beams for aim. And then we've got RRQ here kind of pushing in towards Terra. Wonder if they know that they're there, if they know what they're getting into here. You see 2 members of RRQ split off to the side, and Sakria's just waiting.
Yeah, RRQ definitely playing it safe there. They might have been able to hear more. They might have been able to hear something because RRQ D2E is just waiting patiently. Oh yeah, they know. Senior is calling them out with that mini 14, baby. He's just waiting for somebody to go in and peek, and all of them are in the exact same building. With that actually, oh my gosh, look at this right here. GT getting some shots there on BTR. There you go. First blood of game number 2.
Great position there. BTR unfortunately going to have to leave Zuxi behind as Zuxi goes down. Man, one of the brothers eliminated here early.
In GT though, you just pretty much finishing that, man. They already got a lot of kills in the previous match. More than likely, they want to go ahead and continue that threat through every single match with already 1 kill and looting him up. Once again, the Scar.
RRQ and Terror kicked off as well. Terror, one of their members did get knocked, and Non goes down, and look at that grenade torpedo, taking him down all the way in the warehouse. What a shot.
You say, hold up a bit. Kai say, ho, I see that you're there. Back up.
You know, this is an opportune time for another grenade. You know where they're knocked. You know he hasn't crossed. The smoke's out. This is where you start lobbing in more grenades and you got him. You might be able to catch a second player down, and at that point, you have an opportunity to push.
And something that I think our RQ is going to go ahead and do here is more than likely they might not even engage here.
There it is. A little bit too late, though.
You might hurt the confidence there. Usually that's what happens when you see a team starting to rush and somebody gets knocked. They think about it twice. They say, I don't know, maybe not right now.
If he had followed up with that grenade just a little bit sooner, that would have been real trouble there for RQ.
They do have the car in the back, so they could pretty much move out at any moment here, and they do have the bombing zone very close by. It seems like they're still gonna go ahead and engage. They are throwing smokes all over the place just to throw Team Terror from India a little bit off.
Drive the vehicle inside, trying to keep people out of harm's way from the red zone. Kind of a standout here, and there it is. Look at that VSS. Woo! Getting the knock there on D2E. D2E goes down on meat. Well, he's got 1 HP.
Yeah, he needs to go ahead and bandage up. He probably noticed that one of his shoulders was sticking out, so he's like, you know what, let me go ahead and just move a little bit there to the left.
That VSS from mid-range is just absolutely lethal as well. You're dead before you know that you're getting shot.
Yeah, VSS, actually, we saw it a lot there towards the end with Gainstar's Bilbo, which is currently not here, but he was one of the players that was using it a lot, and then Angry from Gainstar started using it as well, the VSS, in the NA finals. More than likely, we'll go ahead and continue seeing it here as first time we actually see it on this tournament so far. Keep in mind, it is game number 2 in day 1.
Terrifying weapon indeed. We turn our attention to other parts of the map for a brief moment before we come back here to RQ Athena in the warehouse.
Oh, somebody got knocked out there through an explosion.
That's one of the CPT guys getting hit through maybe the red zone.
Yeah, I mean, Wildcard now in that car trying to get out of here.
South George Crates is their preferred drop spot, so they did go after it. They did loot it up successfully, and as you can see, rocking level 3 vest coming out of the South George Crates, looking like a successful looting run.
And that zone still pretty much staying there towards the middle. So whoever landed Pachinki, Team Terror is currently on a great spot. They don't really have to push anything unless RRQ decides to go ahead and push them. That's the only time they're going to go ahead and see engagement. And talking about it, Amid once again knocks down somebody with that VSS.
Great shots from Amid over from Team Terror. Nice job to him. We've also got Team Big Russian Bot and BTR getting ready to square off here again. Luxie and company down at Zuxie. They have missing one of their players. He got knocked out of the buggy on the top of that mountain by GT Goyu. And here we go. We're gonna stare at each other from the compounds here as the zone closes in. One thing I saw on the map as we kind of saw that picture just a moment ago was Evos had already left Yevnaya and left Cloud9 behind. Cloud9's currently rotating in, but Evos had left way before them and established position early, so that's one tactic we need to keep an eye on moving forward.
Something you definitely saw a lot there from the teams, and I see Full Send Vandy going down there, but right now we're focusing on RRQ and the Terror team, as they're gonna go ahead and see their car. More than likely, they're gonna